Great. Well, I'm just going to take us through a few simple things that you can do at home or in the workplace. And the first, I think, most important thing you can do for your health and your stress management and your resilience is proper breathing. So if you begin just by resting both hands on the lower belly, relax the shoulders and just stand comfortably, and then bring the attention to the flow of your breath. Just notice as it flows in and out of the body, and then invite it to flow deeply all the way down into the belly so that you can feel it rising and falling against your hands. And as you invite this deeper breath, you'll probably notice that your breathing becomes slower and steadier as well. And this slow, steady, deep breathing just activates the parasympathetic nervous system, calms the body, just brings everything into a more coherent rhythm. And now, without losing that steady, slow flow of breath, you can release the arms and just let them hang gently by your sides. Bring your feet together so that your toes touch and your heels can be slightly apart. And then on an inhalation, lift your arms up to the ceiling, clasp the fingers and turn the palms inside out and stretch up towards the ceiling. Breathing nice and deeply. And now go up onto tiptoes on an inhalation. And then as you exhale, bend the knees and come down, drop the hands onto the head and come down into a little squat, and then inhale to rise back up onto tiptoes. Exhaling to squat. And we'll do that one more time. And down. And then you can just relax, roll the shoulders up, back and down, and then drop right ear to right shoulder. And then as you exhale, just allow the head to roll forward, gently stretching out the neck. And then inhale as you lift, bringing left ear to left shoulder. Exhale to roll back through center. And come up to the other side. And then lift the head back to center. And then let's inhale, arms up overhead again. Do the same, clasp fingers, turn palms inside out. And now stretch over to one side. And really make sure that as you do that, you're lengthening both sides of the waist. So you're really reaching up and out, giving length to the spine. And then come through center. Reach over to the other side. And up through center. And then you can relax again. Take the feet about hip width apart now, and we're going to do some gentle twists in line with the breath. So on an exhalation, twist towards one side and bring the hand at the back to tap against the kidney and the hand at the front to tap against the shoulder as you look over your shoulder. And then inhale as you come back through center, and exhale, twist over to the other side. And then just keep going in time with the rhythm of your own breath. And one more to each side, and then we're going to speed it up a little bit and just start doing a comfortable, more dynamic movement. You can use the attachment to the breath. It's working into the lymph system. And then you can slowly start coming to rest again, standing in the middle. Okay, now still with feet about hip width apart, we're going to bring opposite hand and knee to touch. So I'll just do this a few times. It's a bit of a brain exercise as well. Connects the left and right hemispheres of the brain. And once you've done an equal number to both sides, you can just come to rest again. Now I want to take us through tree pose, which is one of the foundational yoga poses, but a tremendously powerful pose for grounding and calming and strengthening. So start with feet together, toes touching, heels slightly apart, and then we're going to transfer the weight into the left leg, and you really want to switch on the muscles of that left leg. And then if you can, you're going to lift up the right leg and either place the sole of the right foot against the inside of the left thigh, or if that feels quite challenging, you can place it against the left calf. And if your balance is feeling really wobbly today, you can actually just rest the toes on the ground and the right heel against the left ankle. So find what works for you. Just don't put your foot against your knee because that can damage you. And then a gentle activation of the core and finding a single spot to gaze at can really help with balance as well. So once you've found your balance, you can bring your hands, palms to touch in front of your heart. And if you lose your balance, just come back into it. So hands, palms to touch in front of your heart, and now let your attention come back to your breath. Just a slow, deep, even, steady flow of breath. And really push firmly down with your standing leg. You can feel yourself rooting into the ground. And then if you're feeling comfortable with your balance, you can let your arms go free and reach the branches of your tree up into the sky, and just feel that combination of firm foundation and flexibility to the changing conditions. And then bring the hands back to the heart. Release your right leg and shake out the legs if you've built up a bit of tension, and we'll come to the other side. So this time transferring the weight into the right leg, lifting up the sole of the left foot and just putting it in the same place against the right leg as you did on the other side. So you want to try and always to create balance by doing the same thing on both sides. Bring the hands back in front of the heart, attention back to the breath if it's wandered, pushing down firmly through your right foot, and then when you're ready, gently letting the arms reach up into the sky. See if you can manage a little bit of movement with the stability of your roots. And then coming back down, releasing that left foot, dropping the hands to the sides, and one more roll of the shoulders up, back, and down. And now just before we close, I want us to bring fingertips to touch again, but fingers can be splayed and palms can be separate. And then bring your thumbs to rest in between your eyebrows. We're going to take a nice deep breath in and sigh it out through open mouth. And do that twice more. Inhaling and sigh it out. And final time. In and sigh it out. And now to close, stand comfortably and just bring one hand to rest on top of the other on your heart. If you feel comfortable to, you can gently close the eyes. But if it interrupts with your balance, because it can do, you can keep them gently open. Just bring the attention back to the flow of the breath, inviting it all the way down into the belly again. And now begin to imagine that actually you're breathing in and out through your chest, through that area beneath your hands. In through the heart, all the way down into the belly, and then out through the heart. Inhaling a little bit of spaciousness, and exhaling to release. And now I'd like you to think of something for which you feel grateful. It can be something big, something small, a good cup of coffee you had this morning, or a favorite pet, or something beautiful that you saw on your way somewhere. Just anything really that sparks a little bit of appreciative joy. And really feel into that emotion. And as you breathe, let that feeling expand. So that on every inhalation it travels further and further into all the corners of your body, until every cell is filled with that little spark of joy. And then you can gently release the hands, and slowly, when you're ready, open the eyes. We are done.